Now look at the stripping procedure of ceiling fan. First, remove the blades of the ceiling fan one by one. Then remove AC 230 voltage input supply terminals from the socket of ceiling fan. Remove screw and separate assembly. And also remove the terminals of a ceiling fan from socket. Separate capacitor from the ceiling fan. For checking capacitor, connect the terminals of a capacitor into 230 voltage AC supply. After few seconds, disconnect the capacitor from the supply and short the terminals of a capacitor. If we get the result heavy blue spark with a high sound, so the capacitor is right, otherwise capacitor is faulty. Remove the screws from the body. This is the internal structure of ceiling fan. Check the winding visually. And also ceiling fan is a motor of type permanent capacitor. It consists of capacitor and two windings, starting and running. This neutral point is created by connect one end of both windings. These two terminals are phase points. But in this condition, we cannot identify the terminals directly. So we use multimeter for identification of terminals. Place the multimeter in continuity mode. If we check the resistance between both phase points, we should get a high reading because the starting and running winding is in series now. If we check the resistance in between one phase point and a neutral point, we should get a low reading than first test because both windings are not series now. Continues the previous test and also it shows a low reading. Now start the practical test. Multimeter shows 399 reading between black and yellow terminal. (183) resistance shows between yellow and red terminal. And also 217 resistance shows between black and red terminals. Red is the neutral terminal. Phase terminals are yellow and black in this situation. This is the connection of capacitor with internal winding. Connect the terminals of a capacitor into both phase terminals. Connect the terminals of a capacitor into both phase terminals. Connect neutral point below and phase point above the socket. Connect input neutral terminal to the ceiling fan neutral point. AC 230 voltage supply is connected to the any one of the phase point. Then switch on the supply. If we get the rotation in clockwise direction, so the connection is right. Otherwise, remove and change the connection. Connect 230 voltage supply terminal to the other phase point. Tight the nut. Fit the blade to the body. Now the fan is ready for running. I think it is helpful for you. Thank you for watching this video.